Hello all, I'm Guna Madhivanan from Officers IAS Academy. Friends, we are coming up with an exclusive live quiz program based on current affairs targeting 2024 prelims on a weekly basis. So every Saturday at 6 p.m. in our Officers Path channel, we will be coming up with this live quiz program. So how to participate? So for which you have to install an mobile application. So go to either App Store or the Google Play Store to download this application named Kahoot application. Download and install it. Alright. So every Saturday at 6 p.m. in the live video, I will be giving you a 7-digit PIN. So you have to enter that 7-digit PIN in your installed application. In that Kahoot application, you have to enter that 7-digit PIN. Or we will give you a QR code. If you are not interested in installing the application, you can scan the QR code in the web browser. You can open the web page. In that you can enter this 7-digit PIN number and you can participate in this quiz program. So once you enter the 7-digit number, the application will ask you to give a username. So you have to give your username. Followed by your username, please give your last 4 digits of your mobile phone number. For example, my username is Guna8990, the last 4 digits of my phone number. So like that you can create your own username. That's all. You are ready to participate in the quiz. So in the live video, I will be showing you the question. The question will be followed by 4 options as usual, A, B, C, D. The 4 options will have a color code, right? So option A, red color, option B, blue color, option C, green color, option D, yellow color. So the 4 options will have 4 different color codes. So in your mobile phone, you have installed the Kahoot application, right? So the Kahoot application in your phone, in your device, it will show you 4 colored box, only 4 colored box. Only in the video which you are watching, in that live video, I will give you the question, followed by that 4 option I will be giving you. The 4 option will have a color code, right? So if you are going to choose A as the right answer, then A has red color, then in your mobile phone you will have a red colored box. You have to choose that. That's all. If the answer which you have chosen is correct, and if you have chosen that quickly, for every question we will give you 60 seconds. Assume that I am choosing A is the right answer, and I am choosing within 20 seconds, within 10 seconds. Based on how quickly I choose the question, I have to choose the correct one and I have to choose it as early as possible. So the one who is choosing at the earliest will be given more points. So if I am choosing in 20 seconds, I will be given more points. If someone is choosing at 30 seconds, then relatively lesser points, right? So this is how the quiz will work. So at the end of the program, we will show you the leaderboard. Between the questions also, I will show you the leaderboard. At the end, I will show you the final leaderboard. The one with more number of points will be given a certificate, right? The idea of the quiz program is to provide you a real-time experience of solving the questions along with that competitive environment, right? I hope this program adds more value to your preparation. So along with this, we have a daily current affairs hit list series, daily answer rating initiative. So all these initiatives will give you a competitive edge in your 2024 prelims as well as mains, right? I hope this adds more value to your preparation. So see you in the quiz. Till then, bye, take care.
Good evening. Welcome you all to the Officers General Quiz, something that we are running on every Wednesday. Apart from the quiz that we do for UPSC students, specifically on Saturday. So this quiz, I'm sure all of you are engaged to it. You must have seen it quite a few times in previous editions, and I can see that you're quite hooked to it because we have 56 people coming in. So, how to join into the quiz, what is to be done? I'm sure all of you have watched the video that was played to you before. But in case you do not know it, you can just scan the QR code and type the pin to join the quiz on the Kahoot app. The Kahoot app itself, the meaning of the word Kahoot is to plan something with a group, with your group of friends in secret. You don't have to do this in secret. This is the general officers quiz. So anybody who's reasonably curious about India, who is here to test their own knowledge about their own how they stand in terms of what facts they know and all of that, anybody reasonably curious can come and join this quiz and have good fun. It is meant primarily for fun, to test your skills and to test yourself. It's a good way to do it and a good way to spend a nice evening. So that said, I think we can get right into the quiz and we can have the first question of the quiz. Yeah. Right, here it goes. The first question reads, which is the oldest refinery in India? Where is the oldest refinery in India located? That is what the quiz is about. And your time to answer the question starts now. And the options are Guwahati, we have Baroni, we have Mangalore, and we have Digboy. Very interesting question indeed. Asking about the refinery in India. We do have such questions in UPSC as well. Asking about different resources that are available in the country, natural resources. Yeah, we already have 64 answers, 65 answers now. That's interesting. Very good. Five more seconds. 5, 4, 3, and 1. That's it. So let's get to the leaderboard or the poll, which gives out how many of you have answered what, which option is the correct one. Big Boy has got the most responses. He's got 32, if I'm not wrong. Guwahati has got somewhere around 19. That also stands second. Let's go on to see what the answer to the question is. The answer is Digboy. Digboy in Assam, very interestingly, is not only the oldest refinery in India, it is the oldest refinery in Asia. It was set up sometime around in 1901 as part of the Burma Oil Corporation, if I'm not wrong. It was used predominantly by the Britishers, by the British government, to take out oil from India, and as they usually did with other resources in India, to export it out of the country and for usage within the country as well. Later, it was handed over to the Indian Oil Corporation. So Assam, as we know, it has these wonderful resources, these natural resources, and they're also, the government of India is also trying to find out whether shale gas resources are available in the mountains of Assam, in soil of Assam, right? So that is what is being done. Very rich place in terms of resources. And I'm sure many of you have answered it right. We can go and check the leaderboard as to who's got the fastest finger first. It is Kaushik with 992 points. Trisai stands second with 986. Raji 985. Pritika with 985 again. So that is a close deal between Raji and Pritika. And Ariva stands fifth with 984 points. Congratulations, Kaushik, that you've got the answer quite quickly. Who are the fastest finger as of now? We can move on to the second question of the quiz. Yeah, here is it. It asks, which state in India is the largest rice producer? Which state is largest rice producer in India? One of our main staples, apart from wheat, we are quite a rice eating population, owing to which many of us are afflicted with a very famous or notorious non-communicable disease, diabetes. Quite questionable as to the methods that they use to calculate whether a person has diabetes or not. Since we, being a rice eating country, wheat eating country, have a lot of carbohydrates. Anyway, 10 more seconds. Yeah, let's get to the leaderboard. And the answer is West Bengal. West Bengal is the largest rice producer in India. 39 of you have gotten the correct answer. Some of you have thought Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh stands second, and next comes Punjab, and fourth Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, I'm sure most of us know that it cannot be the largest rice producer. But I can understand why Punjab and Uttar Pradesh come into the matrix, because they are predominantly the green revolution areas where the large farm holding farmers actually cultivate a lot of rice. And it is also along the Ganga plain. It is enriched by the waters of the Ganga with the sediments that the Ganga brings down from the Himalayas. But it is ultimately where the sediment itself gets deposited at West Bengal, which has high humidity and high temperature. A requirement that is much needed for a crop like rice. It is a kharif crop which is predominantly grown in summer. That is what kharif stands for. We have the other variety which is rabi. Rice is a very important crop for India as a country. We are one of the top producers and top exporters of rice as well. We have many varieties of rice in India. In fact, we've had many other varieties earlier, but owing to Green Revolution and owing to the monoculture that the Green Revolution has brought in, it has boiled down to a few varieties as of now. But India has a long tradition of cultivating rice. UPSC too, every year I have seen somehow or the other there is some question relating to rice, cotton, sugarcane, because these are the main crops that India has. Good that most of you have gotten the correct answer. Let's see who stands on the top of the leaderboard. Kaushik was there earlier. Now Pritika tops the leaderboard with 1974. We have 13 more questions to go, only 2 down. So if you can maintain yourself on the leaderboard, then you will be in a very good position to win the certificate at the end of the quiz. We still have Arivu, we still have Shri Sai. Sam 6040 has broken into the leaderboard with this question, and we also have Jerry who's joined us anew. And that's very interesting. Akshaya is the highest climber amongst the people who are participating in the quiz. She's up 12 places from where she was earlier. Congratulations, Akshaya. Let's see if you can top the leaderboard and finally win the prize as well. We can go on to the next question of the quiz. Which state is the largest producer of cotton in India? There is a typo in there, but yeah. Which state is the largest producer of cotton in India? I just was talking about crops of India. Earlier it was a food crop, now a plantation crop. Cotton has been tested. You have 42 seconds to answer. The options: Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and Haryana. I have 81 answers. Let's see, 82 now. I hope you guys are not Googling your answers out and giving it here, because the test or the quiz works on the fastest finger first basis. So if you are Googling, then you may not be the fastest finger first. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the leaderboard, we've got Gujarat. Gujarat indeed is the top cotton producer in India with its black soils. Again, with its hot temperature. Cotton too is a kharif crop in India. It is grown in summer. It requires that dry soil, dry black soil, which is much conducive. India uses a lot of cotton herself, and it is a primary material of export for the country. It earns a lot of foreign exchange for the country. Cotton is very important. And even through the independence movement, cotton has been a very important entity for as a tool, as an entity to forward the national movement itself. We do know the Charkha movement started by Gandhiji in response to the cotton exports that were being done by the Britishers from India. He recommended the usage of hand spun cotton, hand spun khadi. Even today's world, even in today's India, if you were to use the hand spun cotton handicrafts, if you were to use this, then you would be doing a lot of service to those people who are engaged in. Many of them are reeling under tremendous pressure in terms of farmer loans, and every penny of yours which is contributed towards the buying of a hand woven cotton cloth is going into their families. It is going to make their earns burn for one more day, their cooking stoves to burn for one more day. Gujarat is the state which is the top cotton producer in India. Again, in UPSC, cotton, sugarcane, and rice, just like how I mentioned for the previous question, it is a stock area that UPSC likes to test from time to time. Very good. Let's see who's on the leaderboard. Right, we have Sam 6040 with 2961 points. We have Sri Sai. Sri Sai has been doing consistently well. I've been seeing Sri Sai from right the first question. We have Vishnu breaking into the leaderboard anew. We have Kavya Priya, sorry, and we have my own namesake Dev, who's broken into the leaderboard. I would root for you, Dev. You are my namesake. I would root for you to top the leaderboard in the subsequent questions. Anu now has become the highest climber. She has come up 12 places from where she was earlier. Congratulations, Anu. Let's see if you can top the leaderboard. And we can have the next question. Yes. Where is India's Defense University located? Now that's a bouncer. But we already have 10, 12, 13, 23 answers already. That's very good. Karnataka, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana. Quite interesting to imagine that so many people know where India's Defense University is located. Very good for Indian defense. We are in for some very good promising times. IDU. Yes, you have 6 more seconds. Good. Yes, and the time is up. Let's get to the scorecard. Haryana is the answer. The Indian Defense University, which is an institution under the Ministry of Defense and which is chaired by the Union Defense Minister. It is located in Gurugram in Haryana. A slew of defense institutions are affiliated to this Indian Defense University. They develop their own course structure, but not usually the kind of question that we see any longer in UPSC. But we do get defense related questions now and then. We get questions about new missiles that have been inducted into the Indian defense system, or any new political change considering the structure or the way in which the defense mechanism is structured in India. Sometimes, if it is grabbing the headlines too much, then it may be asked in current affairs. Earlier, there used to be a lot of such questions in the UPSC examination where they would ask point blank, where is it located? Know the fact, you know the fact, otherwise there is no chance that you're going to attempt these questions. But here I'm very glad that so many of you have answered it correctly. Haryana, Gurugram in Haryana is where the IDU is located. Let's get to the leaderboard and see who tops it. We have Sam 6040 again topping the leaderboard with 3953 points. We have Sri Sai staying there. Sri Sai, you've been doing very well. It's a strong competition, I think, between you and Sam. Kavya Priya is also there still. Dev 3746 points, the end of the leaderboard, but I'm sure you will be top. You will be right up there in the top. And now this time we have Harish, who's the highest climber with 18 places. He's climbed 18 places to come to the place where he is currently. He's yet to break into the leaderboard. Congratulations, Harish. Hope to see your name on the leaderboard as well. You can have the next question of the quiz. In which state is the Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development located? Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, and Gujarat. This is quite incredible. I cannot imagine how so many of you are answering the question with such ease. You've all got the knack to answer these quiz questions. Very nice. We have 34 seconds left and we already have 66 answers. I hope the questions are not leaked out to you. Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development. Youth development is very important for India. India currently has this thing called the demographic dividend. The population working age being very high compared to the dependent population. 18 to 59 is the age. It is now that we have the chance to really turn things or take things or ramp things to the next level. And we have the poll. We have Tamil Nadu. The correct answer, it is located at Sri Perumbudur to commemorate the place where, unfortunately, the former Prime Minister of India, Sri Rajiv Gandhi, was assassinated. In Sri Perumbudur is where the Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development is located. It offers postgraduate programs, and these programs are very interesting. If you go and check the syllabi of these courses, if you go and check the courses that are available, it has some courses on public policy. It serves as a think tank to the government of India. So for those of you who have attempted the UPSC examination and you were not able to clear, and you've been giving it for 2 or 3 successive attempts and still you're not able to clear, studying public policy is a very good option, because already you have the inclination to serve the country in an administrative capacity, whatever capacity. You want to help the countrymen, you want to help fellow Indians. So one way also to do it is through an academic medium where you are part of such institutes. You engage yourself in research and development, and you are part of the think tank that advises the government as to what can be done with respect to different things which relates to the welfare of the people. So such courses, such public policy courses are offered by many private institutes also in India. That also could be an option, but nothing like doing it from a government institute. We all know what benefits could accrue from that. I would definitely recommend you to check out the courseware and check out public policy as a career option. Being an academician is not at all a bad option. Let's see the leaderboard. Let's check it out. We have Shailaja topping the leaderboard this time. Bharat comes second. Dev, you've come third. Sampa has broken into the leaderboard. Shalini also has broken in the leaderboard. It was a tough round. 5 players have lost their answer streak of 5. It is like that Candy Crush devilishly nightmarish level. You have these levels where the best of players fall down from the race itself. This round, this question has made a lot of you fall away. We don't see Sam anymore. We don't see the other people who were there in the leaderboard earlier. We have a new player coming into the leaderboard and topping it. Very good. That's a very good way to run a quiz, that you can topple people off their winning streak. Let's see if some of you gain back your winning streak with the next question. We can go to the next question and see what it is. Which is the oldest mountain range in India? I don't think this should be any difficult at all. We have the Himalaya, we have Aravalli, we have Satpura, and we have the Nilgiris. Right? We have 10 seconds down into the quiz, we have already 60 answers. Right? Not a difficult ask at all. So those of you who have let your position slip in the earlier question, I'm sure you would have gotten it now. These mountain ranges are often tested in the UPSC examination because this is where geography can be tested. Mountain ranges, the rivers, the different I would say, historical landmarks that are connected with these geographical areas. They will mix up a geography and history area and ask as a question, I would say, a hybrid question where both these subjects play into one another. Geography is a very important subject as far as UPSC is concerned, and knowing these mountain ranges is always helpful. Yes, we've come. Yeah, most of you have given the correct answer. 62 of you have given the correct answer as the Aravalli range. Aravalli range is ancient, old fold mountain system in India. There are many, I would say, stories about the Aravalli range. It is there as part of the Mahabharata. It is part of the Ramayana, the oldest epics that we have in India. The Aravalli range, to talk of it in a much more anthropological way, it has seen all stages of development of human culture in India, right from the old Stone Age, the Indus Valley civilization, and later. You would see that the Aravalli range, it has housed many important forts of India. These fortresses, it has that kind of a geographical alignment which has these caves. A lot of caves are there in the Aravalli range. It is very strategic to place your forts here. Chhatrapati Shivaji, he operated a lot out of these Aravalli range. It is much conducive for guerrilla warfare also. Right? A lot of rivers also originate from this range. Very important question, I would say. Very much in alignment with UPSC. Let's check the leaderboard and find out who has come first this time. It is Bharat. Bharat, who's broken to the top as of now. 5 players have reached answer streak 3. We still have Dev going strong at the 3rd position. We have Shailaja, who was topping it in the previous question. Now she has come to the 2nd place. We have Sampa. We have Shika, who's broken into the scoreboard anew. Very nice to see all of you there. Let's get to the next question and see what it is about. 7 out of 15. Which one is the highest mountain peak in India? Everest, Nanda Devi, Kanchenjunga, and Yamunotri. Again, a geography question, very much aligned with UPSC's form of questioning, but such simple questions are no longer tested in UPSC. They ask much more complex questions. Such questions must have been asked when probably Israel sir had taken the question paper, Rangarajan sir had taken the question paper. But now, whether they ask such simple questions straightforward, they don't ask. They will add a little more complexity into the question, and the answers also might be a little tricky. We have 20 seconds remaining for you to answer the question. Yeah, one of those peaks is definitely not in India. And that much we should be knowing by now. But in any case, if you thought that Everest was the highest mountain peak in India, I would say welcome to India. Everest is in somewhere in Nepal. It borders Nepal and Tibet Autonomous Region, which is part of China. Everest Peak, the highest peak of the Himalayas, the highest peak of the world, is not in India. The highest peak that is there in India is the Kanchenjunga peak. And Kanchenjunga is where the highest peak in India is. So that's about it. We have such questions being asked in UPSC previously. Let's get to the leaderboard and see who's got it correctly. Dev, as per my wish, has topped the leaderboard this time. There is no secret arrangement between Dev and Devnath. Please, the other players, do not get it wrong. Just he was my namesake, so I rooted for him to win. The Quizmaster also has sometimes such biases when such interesting names come up. We have Bharat still there. We have Shailaja at the 3rd place. We have Sampa. We have Shika. Sampa and Shika, they're holding on to their places. 3 in a row. Laddu is back in the game. Laddu, whoever you are, whatever your real name is, that is cause for celebration that you're back in the game. Treat yourself to a few more laddus which are there apart from your name. Very good. Let's go to the next question. Question 8 of 15. Which is the longest river in South India? Kaveri, Krishna, Vaigai, and Godavari. There's only one river out of these four which is called as the Dakshina Ganga. You know what that river is, you know the answer to the question. And I risk giving this tip out because already we have 71 answers, so it is not going to be much of a change to the leaderboard. The tributary, the rivers, they're also frequently tested in the examination. One question I'm sure every year you will find some question regarding these rivers. If you were to go through previous year's questions of UPSC, that itself I would say is a very good guide for you to learn about the rivers in India. And now we have the answer. 40 of you have given Godavari as the correct answer. Godavari is called as Dakshina Ganga. It is not the Kaveri, but it is interesting to note that 21 of you have actually thought it is the Kaveri. No, Kaveri is not the longest river in South India. It is the Godavari, which also very interestingly features in many of our Indian epics, primarily the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Like I was saying, UPSC, these rivers are being asked frequently. If you just go through the previous year's question of the past 20-25 years, you would get a very good idea about the rivers that are there in India. Not only for UPSC students, it is good to always know about your own country rather than knowing about on which river, on top of which river is the London Bridge built, on top of which river is the Thames Bridge built, and about all of these rivers. It is good to know about our own country. Bharat comes ahead of every other country in the world as far as we are concerned. Here we do have Godavari. Let's look at the leaderboard. We have Shailaja coming up again. Shailaja, you are a strong player. You've been on the leaderboard for quite some time now. I can see that you have a strong streak. 5 players have reached the answer streak 4. We have Bharat, we have Sampa, we have Shika, we have Shalini coming back again into the leaderboard. Let's check out what happens from the next question onwards. We have question 9 out of 15. Which one is the longest rail tunnel in India? If you think about important mountain ranges in India, you could have a sense of it as to where the longest tunnel could be. Karbuda, Karwad, Pir Panjal and Khowai. Very important to have these tunnels running from one place to another, especially through a mountain range, because they are very important pieces of infrastructure. They spur development in the places that they connect, and they connect people, they connect cultures, they spur up the economy, and they provide employment to so many people. Infrastructure development, as far as India is concerned, is very important, mainly for the employment that it provides. We have 9 more seconds left for you to answer the question. Longest rail tunnel in India, located along the Himalayas in the Pir Panjal range, right? Middle Himalayas, Pir Panjal range. Most of you have given the correct answer. That's very heartening. We have 47 right answers for the Pir Panjal range. Like I told you, it's a very important tunnel that connects Baramulla. In short, it is called the USB. Go and try to figure out what the U, S and B of the Pir Panjal tunnel actually stands for, and try to find out the name of the tunnel. That said, let's check the leaderboard for the question. We have Bharat topping the list this time with 8489 points. Sampan still holding strong. Shailaja also holding strong. Shika and Shalini. I don't think there's much change between the earlier leaderboard and this one. Let's see. Now the competition has boiled down to U5. Let's see who gets it finally. Next question. Question 10 of 15. Now this one is again a bouncer. The longest flyover in India is located in which city? If you belong to that city, then it might be quite easy for you. Mumbai, Chennai, Pune and Hyderabad. Let's see whether that advantage adds on to it. Another infrastructure, right? Another piece or another example for infrastructure development and what wonders it has done for the state and especially for the city in which it is located. I would urge and recommend you to go and read about it later. Mumbai, Chennai, Pune and Hyderabad. have 20 more seconds for you to answer, and we have still a lot of people answering it. Got 70. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The Vishweshwaraya flyover in Hyderabad is the longest flyover that is located in India. Not many of you have gotten it correct. Now, this is going to change the equation. A lot of people have thought that Mumbai is the place where the longest flyover in India is located. Imagine the city of Mumbai with its electric trains, with mass of the people that it has. If a flyover were to be there, where would the people go? Right? If you think of it, then you will know that it cannot be in Mumbai. It has to be in a much more bigger city, which Chennai cannot qualify for. Pune can possibly qualify, but the flyover is located in Hyderabad. The Vishweshwaraya flyover in India is the longest flyover. Let's see the leaderboard. Many of you have gotten it wrong, so that would change the equation. But we still have Bharat right on the top. We have Sampa, we have Shailaja, we have Shika, and we have Kavya Priya coming back to the leaderboard again. Kavya Priya, you have a fair chance to lead the scoreboard and finally make it the prized possession of that certificate. The thing is, the certificate is not a big thing, but the feeling that you won this game, that feeling is what we all play for sometimes. The competitive edge that we will get, or the adrenaline rush that we get out of winning a competition, that is unmatched. It's not about the certificate. It is about that feeling that you get. That's what we're all playing for. Right? Let's see the next question and see whether Kavya Priya can break it to the top. Question 11 of 15. Where is the headquarters of the Life Insurance Corporation located? Chennai, Kolkata, Pune, and Mumbai. The LIC has gotten 8 zonal offices. In 1954, it was instituted. It is very important. Insurance is a very important component of our everyday lives, especially in a country like India, where private healthcare rules the roost. Public healthcare is there, but not as much as private. And also, where earlier life expectancy was little shorter, now it is much more longer. People would suddenly leave their families, and insurance would always save their family from possible doom. So insurance is very important. Unfortunately, in India, only 25% are covered by some kind of insurance. 75% are left out of the insurance scheme. It's a good place to put your money into. Life Insurance Corporation's headquarters is located in Mumbai. Right. So the clue was right there in the earlier question. The earlier question asked about where the longest flyover was, and Mumbai was one of the options. Many of you thought Mumbai was the answer. Here, Mumbai is the answer. Many of you have gotten it correct. Not bad at all. Let's check the leaderboard for this question. Let's see. Bharat again. Bharat 2797. You have become a very strong contender. Bharat, Sampa, Shailaja, Shika, and Kavya Priya. All of you. Now, I think it boils down to the 5 of you. You will have to fight it out between yourself for the next 5 questions that are there. Let's see if this game can get a little more interesting. 3 in a row. Adavan is back in the game. You've got 3 answers in a row. There's also a chance for you to come here, but it depends on whether these 5, Bharat, Sampa, Shailaja, Shika, and Kavya Priya, make some mistakes. If they make a mistake, then you can break into the leaderboard. If they're not going to do it, then they will stay where they are because they've been answering quite well for the past few questions. Let's check that out from the next question. Question, I think 12 of 15. Who is the first Indian woman to climb the Mount Everest? Premalata Agarwal, Arunima Sinha, Bhaichendri Pal, Krishna Patil. Very difficult to be climbing that mountain. Quite a nasty one. A lot of people have lost their lives trying to ascend Mount Everest. We may all think, why would somebody go climb atop Mount Everest and risk their lives for all of it? Just for the sake that you all are playing this quiz for. That adrenaline rush that comes when one conquers something. They might have their own personal goals. They all have their own stories. All wonderful women of India, very strong women of India. So when it comes to scaling a mountain, a peak of that height, and when once you do it, feeling is unmatched. It is for that feeling that they do it. And for some of them, it's a dear passion. And to the person, or the first Indian woman to climb the Mount Everest, who was Baichendri Pal, who was born in Uttarakhand. She is somebody who's qualified to be a teacher. She's done her B.Ed. She was the first woman to climb Mount Everest. She had strong resistance from her family when she took up to mountaineering as her career. But despite all odds, despite all resistance from whatever quarter that was there, she held on to her dream and she made it. She made the first Indian woman to climb Mount Everest. But very incidentally, it was only 5 days before the first anniversary of the ascension of Mount Everest that she was born. They say that destiny is written on our heads the day that we are born. All of us here are born for some purpose or other. It's only a matter of time before we figure out what that actual purpose is. But once you do it, you know very clearly that this is where I belong. And Baichendri Pal belonged to the profession of mountaineering, a wonderful woman. She's been given the Padma Award by the government of India as recent as 2019, if I'm not wrong. Let's check the scoreboard, the leaderboard. Let's see who's hit it. We again have Bharat right on top. Now, Bharat, the winner for the quiz, for this evening's quiz, I think it is getting decided already. Bharat is getting stronger by every question. We have all the other contenders trying to break off, but Bharat stands at 11,289 points. The next contender is 11,263. So, Sampa, you have a fair chance to break it. If next question Bharat is not able to answer, Sampa, then you might top the leaderboard as well, depending whether you answer the question the fastest. Let's see. Next question. Question 13 of 15. Who is known as the Birdman of India? Be ready with your fingers, and you could have got the answers already, because there is only one Birdman of India. One ornithologist after whom a lot of species are named, after whom some of the sanctuaries and national parks are named. Great person, has done great work in terms of ornithology. Bird watching today has become a hobby, but at a time when such things were not known, this man ventured out into the wild and recorded so many species for not only the country but for the entire world to know that such wonderful species exist. How thrilling it would be to have a species named after you, right? And he's got it behind his name. Fairly easy question, not a difficult question at all. We have only 67 answers. I think 3 of you have already left the quiz. Salim Ali, no points for guessing this answer. Great man, he's done great work. I urge that you go read about him. He's been given all the 3 Padma awards that are there: Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and Padma Vibhushan. Great man, great asset, that one of the gems of India. Let's check the scoreboard, the leaderboard. We still have Bharat right at the top. We have Sampa closely following back, but Sampa now 12156, Bharat 12262, right? Let's see. I think we have just one more question. It's all dependent upon these few seconds that are there for you to answer. Let's see how it goes. Question 14. Oh, we have 2 more questions. 14 of 15. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is celebrated in India on 9th January, 12th February, 29th January, and 22nd June. This commemorates the day on which Gandhiji returned to India, right, from South Africa in 1915. That was definitely a day to reckon, because after that, the entire scene of the Indian national movement changed. Till then, it was just extremists, moderates, and these two fighting amongst each other. Somebody came in like a hero, what India needed right at that moment. That was the time when the Home Rule League was happening. Different things were being done in order to secure more autonomy for India. And here comes a man who thinks about independence, about freedom, about coming out of the chain that enslaved us. Definitely a day to be celebrated. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is celebrated on the 9th of January, the day on which Gandhiji returned to India from South Africa. He landed in Mumbai. Think of it, the country as to how it was. When he came back, he wanted to tour the entire country, know for himself as to what the status of fellow Indians was. And he went to different places. Champaran, he went there, he did a satyagraha. Then he came to Ahmedabad, there was a mill strike. Heda Satyagraha, all of it were the prelude to what was to come at a much more grander scale. The Rowlatt Satyagraha, later non-cooperation, civil disobedience and quit India movement. He set the stage for India to attain independence the moment he stepped into India. It was like an avatar. We hear of all these avatars in our ancient lore, that Lord came in one human form or the other to save the people from the adharma that was going on. The adharma had reached some kind of a zenith of the Britishers, and there had to come a Mahatma, and the Mahatma came in the form of Gandhiji, whom we celebrate even today, the father of the nation. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, to celebrate the Indian diaspora outside the country, is celebrated every year on the 9th of January. Let's check the leaderboard and let's see if Bharat retains his spot. Bharat, as expected, retains his spot. Close on heels is Sampa. 13,164 is where Bharat stands. 13,115, right? Sampa, you're missing it by just a few points. Let's see in the last question whether you can take it up and beat Bharat. Let's check. Last question for today's quiz. Which union territory has French as an official language? Very easy. Get it fast. Goa, Daman and Diu, Puducherry and Lakshadweep. I'm sure you would very clearly know where French is spoken, where we had a French settlement, French colony, and which still houses a beautiful, quaint French town. It is called as the White Town of that place. Looks very quaint. It is wonderfully painted with these pastel colors. There are wonderful cafes around. The entire city looks very different from in that area. Right, we have already got the answers. Pondicherry or Puducherry, as it is known, it was quite a few years after the Britishers left that the French left India. The de facto transfer of power happened somewhere around 1950s, but that also did not instill the kind of fear that would instill in any colonial power after what India had achieved in the Portuguese. Portuguese left India much later in 1961. So they were so audacious to not leave India, probably like it too much. But we did not like their company. We drove them out 1961. But in Goa, in Puducherry, the French let go of their colony, and the Union Territory has French still as an official language. We still find, if you go to the White Town of Puducherry, you can still find a few people talking to themselves in French. Not white people, our own Indian people talking to each other in French, because it is the official language of that union. So let's check the leaderboard and get to the final part of the quiz. The Kahoot podium for the general quiz on 13 December. On the third place, we have Shika. In the second place, we have Sampa. And in the first place, we have the mighty Bharat, who's been topping it for 7 or 8 questions easily. Many, many congratulations to all of you. Shika, Sampa, and Bharat. Bharat, you will be given the prized possession of the e-certificate. But like I said, it is not for the certificate at all. Just for the thrill of participating in something like this as a group along with your friends, which gives maximum thrill. I hope all of you enjoyed this edition of the Officers General Quiz, and I would wish to see all of you again in the next week's edition when we do it next Wednesday. Recommend it to all of your friends. Like I said, Kahoot, what it means is to do an activity in secret along with a group of friends that you always enjoy the company of. This is no secret activity. It is a general quiz. Come back again next Wednesday and we'll see which one of you has the fastest finger. Thank you so much for being part of it. Yes? Yeah, winners, you should be texting your in the you have to text your WhatsApp number in the description for you to be getting the e-certificate. That is the way that in which we will be able to find you and deliver the certificate. Thank you so much, all of you, for being part of this wonderful quiz. I had a great evening of sharing with all of you guys. Thank you again.